Let us now solve this question. Lexicographically, minimum string after removing stars. So, what is given in this question? First thing, we are given with a string S. It may contain any number of star characters. Your task is to remove all star characters. While there is a star, do the following operation. Now, what we need to do when we have a star right in the middle of a string? Now, delete the leftmost star and the smallest non-star character to its left. If there are several smallest characters, you can delete any of them. Here comes the conflict that which one should we remove, right? Now, return the lexicographically smallest resulting string after removing all star characters. Now, let us look at an example. But the examples which are given here, I don't know whether to laugh or cry after seeing these examples, right? Okay. Now, A, and star. Now, let us look at this example. Now, I have this star. Now, what is the smallest character to the left of the star, which that is A. Now, can I remove this? Let us see. If I remove the first occurrence of A, right, then I would get A. Now, imagine I removed this character, the second occurrence of A, then I would get A again. Now, if I remove the last character or the left the character which is smallest and occurring just to the left of star, if I did it, then I would get A. Now, what is the lexicographically smallest resulting string from all this AAB? Now, this string need to be written. Now, if something like ABC, there are no stars here, I have written ABC itself. Now, I am looking at this example. Now, I have a star here. The previously I have only A as the smallest character and it is occurring for 3 times. Now what I'll do, just remove the just to the left of the star or the last occurrence of smallest character, right? Now let me take this, right? S is equal to A and all. Now should I use erase function? No. Let us see why. So I'll take a loop from I is equal to with I is equal to 0 from 0 to n. Now I am at this position with a indices, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm just taking till here. Now if I removed 4 and 3, then the indices would be changed like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now my I has 4 and removed 3 and 4, right? Now I would become 5, but it is skipping this 4, right? The letter or character at 4. That's why what I'll do, what is my intuition, right? First thing, what is my intuition is making the smallest character, making the smallest character to the left, just to the left, to the left of star also as a star. Now, what do I mean? So, I mean something like I have a star here. Now, the smallest character to the left is A. Now, the left, just to the left of star, right? The occurrence of A is here at 3. Now, what I'll do is make it as star. It is star already, and at 3 I'm making it as star. A A B star C A star. Now I'd go here. I stopped at here with my I. Now I'd go here. It is not a star. Now I'd go from here to here, right? Now The smallest character again is this A, right? Now, just to the left, if I start from here, right, from here and I go, I got A as the smallest character. If I make it as a star, right, AAB star star AB star B star CACAA star. Now I was here with my eye. Now I would go here. Now let us see. If I go from here to here, I would end here, and the smallest character even now is a star A. Right now, if I make it as a star, then I would get AAB star star AB star B star C A C A star star. Now I would take answer string without stars. If I get a star, I would skip it. Only if it is an alpha, I would take this character. A A B B C A C A would be the answer for this. But I just coded something like now, something like I would take from for int I is equal to 0 to n, right? Now, if it is a star, right? If it is a star, s of I is equal to star, I need to start from s of 0 and go till I, right? For int j is equal to 0 till n, okay? Till n. Now I'm assuming the index is 0 and taking character smallest character is s of 0. I'll tell you what is wrong here where I got the mistake. Int index is equal to 0. Now if is alpha y is alpha s of j. Why? Because star character is having lesser ASCII value than a, right? So every time I make the star as star itself. So I need to take and consider the alphabetical characters only. So if s of j is alpha and s of j is less than or equal to smallest character, if s of 0 might start with a and before a I would get before the star I would get a, so I'm placing this equal to. If this is the condition, what I'll do is make this s of j is equal to star, right? Should I do anything something else, right? No, nothing. S of j is made as star, but sorry, it is not star, right? I need to take the index. I need to take the index. Index is equal to j and smallest character is equal to s of j. Now what I'll do after this loop is s of index is equal to star, right? I thought this would run. This would run. Even though it goes big of n square, but it would run for small test cases, right? But there is a mistake here. Now let us see what does the mistake say. Now I have D star, D star. Now I have a star here. Now, what is the leftmost smallest character that I would get from the algorithm? Let us take the algorithm and paste it over here, right? First thing, take this algorithm and paste it here, right? Okay. Now, I got this algorithm, right? Now, as I said, my I is 0 and it is something like nothing doing here. If s of I only start, then only I would do something. Now I is what? 0, 1, 2, 3. I is 1, right? Now s of I is star. Okay. Index is equal to 0. Let me take index is equal to 0 and smallest character is s of 0. Okay. Smallest character is d. Now for int j is equal to 0 till, sorry, it should be I. Sorry for the mistakes. It should be I is less than I if is alpha s of j. Now j is 0. Now is alpha s of j. Is it alpha? Yes. Now s of j is less than or is equal to small character. is less than or is equal to smallest small character. Now small character is t. Now index would change to 0 as it is 0 anyways. Now after that j would become 1. Now my I is 1 and j is not less than I, so it would come out of the loop, and s of index is star. Make it as a star. Now let us go again. Now it should be removed, right? Now I am going I is 2 now. If in S of I is star, no. Now I is 3, which is star. Now here comes the conflict. Index is equal to 0. Index is equal to 0. Smallest character is, I am saying it as star. But actually D is the smallest character. But I am taking star as the smallest character. So there is an error here. So even if I do all this, then the smallest character is star, and star is having the lesser value than ASCII value than A and all. So I would change this again and our answer will be D. But it should be an empty string. Here comes the conflict. Now, what I'll do is just take this, but what I'll do is change something in this algorithm. For int I is equal to 0 to n going till n. Now I will take map character comma int. Let me name it as frequency. If s of I is alpha, right? Is alpha s of I, then frequency of s of I plus plus. Now, okay, I got the frequency. Now, second thing is, if s of I is equal to star, I would get this map in a sorted way. I would get A, B, C until Z, something like this in an sorted way, alphabetical order. If s of I is star, then what I'll do, the index, right? Something like what is the smallest character? What will be the smallest character? The smallest character will be frequency dot begin of first is nothing but taking the character. Now if s of I is star, character smallest character is called frequency dot begin first. Now it is having some frequency and I am just reducing and uh, making it as star. So I'll go from int j is equal to 0, j is less than I, j plus plus. Now if s of j is less than or equal to smallest character, what I need to do? I need to take this as the index, right? Int index is equal to 0. So index is equal to j, and I need to, okay, okay, I got the smallest character and the index is equal to j. Now I get the last time or the just to the left of the star, which I am storing it in index. Now what I'll do is s of index is made as star, and I need to make frequency of smallest character minus minus, and you can also place as s of index, no problem, right? Now if there is a case that frequency of smallest character might be 0, then frequency dot erase smallest character, right? Now why is this important? There might be a as the smallest character and it is 1, and I have made it as 0. Afterwards I can get a 2, right? A also for as the smallest character. So if not to conflict that, I'm just making it as the smallest, removing it. Now I would take answer is equal to an empty array for int I is equal to 0 till n. If is alpha s of I, then only answer dot pushback s of I. At the last, return answer. But if I code this, I would get a wrong answer. Sorry, TLE. Why? Because here n and here it is n. So big O of n square as the time complexity, which will not run. So what I'll do is just take the map and just convert it into vector of it, right? Now, why? Why? Because is there a yes? Map character comma vector of int. Now this will store something like a is present at 0 1 2 and all b is present at 3 4 and all c is present at 5, something like this, right? So map of vector character comma vector of int, and let me name it as frequency. So for int I is equal to 0 till n, what I'll do, frequency, sorry, first thing I need to check is it alpha or not. If is alpha s of I, so if it is alpha, frequency of s of I dot pushback, as it is a vector of int, frequency of s of I dot pushback I. Now I need to remove the last occurrence, right? The left, or just to the left occurrence of this smallest character. Now for that, auto it is equal to frequency dot begin. Now I got this one as this one as my it. Now I need to get the last character. So int index is equal to it dot, sorry, it of second dot back, something like this. Now I got the index. Now after that I would take this index and make it as star, right? Now after that, what I need to do is I have removed this 2, and as it is a, I made it as a star, that means I need to remove it. So it of second dot pop back. I'm just removing the lost index, right? And if it of second dot empty, what I would do is frequency dot erase it. That's it. Now after this, I would do the same thing again, like taking answer as an empty string, right? Answer as an empty string for int I is equal to 0 till n if it is alpha. Now let's go to the code, right? So I would code it as int n is equal to s dot size. Let me take map character comma vector of int and naming it as frequency. For int I is equal to 0, I is less than ni plus plus frequency of s of I plus plus. Only when, sorry, frequency of s of I dot pushback I, the index where I am, where I got this s of I. So only if is alpha s of I, right? Now after that, I need to take auto it is equal to frequency dot begin, the first least character. Now it is equal to frequency dot begin. Now int index is equal to it dot, sorry, here it would be second dot back. Now after this, taking the index, I need to make s of index as star. Now after that, what I need to do, I need to pop back, right? it of second dot pop back. Let us see whether do I got any syntax error, right? It of second dot pop back. If it of second dot empty, then frequency dot erase it, right? Then for, but before that, string answer is empty for int I is equal to 0, I is equal to 0, I is less than n, less than n I plus plus if is alpha s of I, then answer dot pushback s of I, then return answer. Let us see whether do I got any syntax error here. I think I got any syntax error, right? So sorry, here it should be something like made it as only if s of I is star. Sorry for the mistake. So int index is equal to it of second dot back, right? Let me run it. Right, okay, now I am submitting this. So here, this is how you solve this problem. And if you like this video, do share it to your friends and do subscribe to my channel. And if you have any doubts, you can comment in the comment section. And thank you.